will be posted on Blackboard so that anyone has any problem, therefore miss this class, come back and watch videos. Okay? Like this, you may have some missing components, our introduction parts, not recorded because your name is private, right? This is on YouTube. I don't want your name and your historical background on YouTube, so all we can understand and identify you. Okay, let's start from Blackboard, how you can get connected if you are online or if you are missing. Although you are here, many cases, all the homework assignments are posted on Blackboard. I'm not going to give you any paper handouts. Okay, all electronic handouts. So if you come back here, IASP 505 DFA, make sure that is a 2017-30. I think that is only my case, right? You have only one 505, but I have many 505s. This is okay. Syllabus. Did I post the syllabus? Oh, sorry. I didn't. I'm going to, okay? Why did I do that? Okay, course materials. There's a one folder open. As I mentioned here, this folder contains all the course materials. So if you want to come back to watch a video lecture, or if you want to see the handouts or my slides, any references that I want you to read can be found in this folder. And the homework assignments will be listed below, the same page. Okay? So there is nothing right now, which means there is no homework assignments. In many cases, the students are confused. When and where can I find homework assignment 1? Apparently there is nothing, right? But don't be disappointed. You'll get plenty of homework assignments. So if you click this, there's a discussion forum. Online students, I mean, at least those who come today to this face-to-face classroom do not need to, but you can do also. But I want to see somebody declared online, therefore not show here. But I need to check whether that student is still actively involved together with us, right? So they need to say something here. If you click here, then I said no one yet. Introduce yourself here. Like this, sometimes I posted some papers to read, already posted. I found, oh, this is very interesting. Published in 2015 in the precincts of 46th ACM Technical Symposium on Computer Science Education. So something about programming in education. So this is the things that we need to discuss, starting with the intro IASP 505 and Python 1. Okay. I'm going to update syllabus and then post it. Somehow I thought I did, but I didn't. Sorry. So yeah, office hours is not this. If I correct this for this year office hour, then it is 11 to 12:30 p.m. and Thursday 4:30 p.m. 4:35. Did I think 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock to 5:30. 5:30 p.m. This is not true. Okay. So I'm going to save this. My phone number remains the same, and website. We have one more website, which is sciencesecure.org. Okay. So you can visit this website. If I bring that up here, that website is this, sciencesecure.org. There's our Mercy Cybersecurity website. Tons of testimonials here. And each year we have cyber skill competition. So there are progress reports found somewhere here. And course, for example, 505 has been done some semesters ago, but this will be accumulated or updated, right? This is not for you yet. But those who need to see what has happened the last few semesters throughout this course can see this, then you will get some clear idea. Not only this, some other courses also. Some our graduates there. So for you, this class 505, if I say something here, then you need to check out. How do you know which one that you need to check out? That will be, hey Michelle, found from Blackboard. So Blackboard is the complete, Blackboard for this class contains complete guidelines and course related materials. If there is anything that I want you to check out from this cybersecure.org, I put the link on your Blackboard. Okay, so you do not have to worry about. If you do not have enough, if you have enough time, then you can come both websites. If you do not, then at least you have to stick to the Blackboard. Therefore, you do not miss any available materials that I want to put here, right? There are many reasons that we do dual websites. Blackboard is not really transparent to the world, that is close the world. Something that we want to post so that whenever you want to come and see, even if after the completion of this work, after completion of your grade, your degree, next 10 years, for example, you still want to see where we are, what we are doing, then this is a place. For this same course 505, say Adam, for example, Lockheed Martin. So 7 years later, he is in charge of some implementation task force team using Python. So, yeah, I took Python course. Let's see what they are doing right now. So you can come. And you can see some of the work that we've done here, right? That is one of the reasons. Another reason, here, right now, we don't have much, but each, if you click some of this, then you have many others. For example, 600. Some of you want to do a master's project, then there is a template that you can download to fill out for your project writing. Okay, so feel free to check out as you wish. All right, email. Anything, everything related to this course needs to be emailed within Blackboard. Do not email to me to submit your late homework assignments to my regular email, jayun@mercy.edu. Where is it? I didn't put my email. Put my email here. This is my official emails. Course description. Let me explain this. Many of you do not have fresh knowledge and skills that should be learned in computer science, which means some of you do not have computer science bachelor's degree. Some of you had a bachelor's degree but worked outside industries for 5 years, 10 years. So you need to refresh. Okay? For all such a reason, I want to offer this course from day one of your master's program. This course covers 4 major components of computer science: programming, networking, and 2 systems. 2 systems: operating systems and database management systems. Okay. So broadly, 3 components, or in detail 4 subjects. Okay, programming, networks, operating systems, and database systems. In 1 semester, in 1 class. So we do not have enough time, right? So this should be so hectic. The language that we chose is Python. Python is a good language, although it is not the best. There's no best language. But Java is a good language. C is another very good language. Python is yet another very excellent scripting language. Right? Python itself is not secure language, but Python is a good language to do something for cyber security. Language itself is not secure, but Python language can do some for cyber security. C language is very, very strong, but language itself is not secure. So a lot of holes. The holes can be attacked by Python, for example. So by choosing Python, Python is another full range language. Those who took computer science, when you learn one language, you may spend a whole semester of one course at least, or sometimes 2 courses to learn something about one language, right? But this class is not just for programming, but we have to spend at least 1/3 of this class on networking and then system issues as well. So not enough time. Then somebody may ask, why do you then teach programming rather than spending network and operating systems and database systems entirely? Or some other guy say, why don't you do programming only without covering networks and all others? Well, you do not have enough time, right? You have to go fast and forward. We have a lot of other courses that you have to master, right? So let's try to do this in an intensive way. So I'm going to teach you about 6 weeks of Python programming. And while I am still teaching networks, all systems, the language that we are using is still Python. So don't be frustrated after the first 6 weeks. If you feel that, oh, I don't do yet Python programming, don't be discouraged. We still go back to touch Python to deal with the networks. For example, if you want to sniff some packets, data, we use Python. If you want to try penetrate or hack into some infrastructure, then we need to scan through IPs and port numbers using Python also. Okay, so everything should be done in Python. Operating systems, everyone knows a little bit of operating systems, right? One big minus to you when you started with computer science is all graphical user interface, right? No longer you started with dialogue-based operating systems. But cybersecurity experts need to do on the terminal. Terminal means dialogue-based, right? Terminal here in this case, if you are working on Windows, yeah, this is a terminal, right? So you have a prompt and something. So if you do dir, then you can see all the content within that directory, for example, right? Cybersecurity experts. If you rely on graphical user interface, then your skills relies on some products developed by someone else. If they don't make some software for you to use, you cannot do anything. And also, graphical user interface based software is just a limited user interface. Not all possible capabilities of the systems can be shown on your graphical user interface, like icons and menus. They don't put all such things. They minimize so that any novice users can start with it. There are a lot of other capabilities behind. So you have to do that on the terminal. Terminal means that dialogue-based, right? So you have dialogue-based terminal accept a specific language that is an operating system language. What language do you know from operating systems? Anyone say? Linux, right? Linux is one typical language. By the way, our undergraduate course, Linux, is required from this time, so they should take it. Linux course is a must. And I say, do not worry much about Windows systems. Windows systems, if there is hacked, then there's your own property. You take care of yourself. But government doesn't rely on Windows systems. So their back-end infrastructure is Linux, okay? So you have to understand that. Even for Windows-based or Linux, we can handle that in Python also. We can create a command using Python. Remember that I did dir, right? Or dir, if I remember correctly. Yeah, dir/w, then directory components in W means what? Wide. Yeah, list in wide, but does not have detailed information, right? When I type this, that is a programming. Programming name is dir. And there is an option, /w. So your program, when you do implementation, that program names dir.py, for example, then your program takes option, argument, and to deal with, to display in different ways, right? That type of things that we are going to do for operating systems. Now, operating database, for example. What is the database language? That we all know, right? SQL is a database language. SQL is very, very high-level language. SQL language cannot be understood by Windows. Does it understand? Select star from semicolon, no. Right? That's SQL. How come your DBMS understands it? And therefore, your computer handles it, right? The bottom line is not done by your Oracle or MySQL. It should be done on your computer, your hardware. How come your hardware understands that? So DBMS translate that language to the language that this system, this host can understand. Host can understand right now Python. My host, my laptop can understand Python. It can understand the Windows language. It can understand what else? What language do I have here? Not many. I didn't install, right? Something installed and running. The baseline, right? So your program, your DBMS translated into the language that can be understood by your host, your PC. But you do not have to worry about it. Why? Your DBMS takes care of it. Your DBMS takes very high-level language from you because you're not that deeper level, only very high level. High level means describes what I want only, right? That is SQL. When you describe SQL, you don't describe how to handle it, right? But you describe only what I want. Like babies, right? Give me cookies. That's it. They don't say, hey mom, let's go to some grocery stores, A&P, where there is an aisle number 17, rack third, there is a cookies, I wanted, they don't do it, right? SQL is just like that. Mom, give me cookies. Who knows how to do it? Your mom knows it, right? Your mom interpret, take command from babies, interpret it, and execute it. Mom's work is done on DBMS. Okay, now Python. What Python can do? This language, yet not well understood. Can you do some graphical user interface so that not only this, but result needs to be, some result. I want to see columns and rows and some nice report. Can I have that from you? Not just the text. John, space, something, space. I don't like that, but I need some table formats. Can I have that on my spreadsheets, Excel? You can do that. So all such integration and manipulations can be done in Python. So somehow Python is very, very strong language. Except it's not secure. It's not really formal language. Formal means in computer science concept, right? But still, that is very good. That's what we are trying to do. Are we going to cover all such great features? No. I'm going to give you some. I want to open the door to the big world and help you to jump in. Okay? And I can show to you some path that you can walk in. Meeting. Ceremony. 8:30 a.m. till what time this one? 11:20. By the way, today we'll end this class early because we have a meeting at 11 o'clock in this room. So maybe 10:45. This is not Manhattan. Yeah, this is it. Or online. Some of this isn't, you don't have to worry about this. Textbooks. There is no textbook required for those who need to read some details by there are many textbooks available. But I'm going to give you some draft that I have been working and posted here so you can check out. Python, not only the language, but we have to do some network and operating systems and database systems. Okay. requirements. Bring your own device. We could work on the server here. If you work on server, then it is good for me. So I do not have to worry about each one of you's implementation. It's very good to the instructor. But all of your work should be here. You don't have yours. But I want you to do on your own. So you can continue to work. So bring your laptop. Software that you need to download, we'll work on that together. I increased this. Assignment to 40%. I think I need to give 50%. I'm increasing assignments. 50, so 20 and 25. Okay, 100%. So assignment is very, very important. If you do the assignments very, very successfully and completely well, then that is more than your midterm and final exam. Midterm and final together 45%. Homework assignment to 50%. I want you to keep following at every step. Do not wait until the last minute. Therefore, you may like this course. Grade 55, 95 and 90. Then you can get an A. Because this is a graduate course. Graduate course usually offers somewhere here. If you receive some below, which means F in graduate class. But for undergraduates, students can enjoy it, right? That's a good grade also. So by taking graduate course, you don't have to worry about much. Is there D? Oh, I don't have D. But we do have F. All policies you follow. Okay. Course schedule. Introduction. And language. We have this many language sessions, 6 weeks. And network, 4. And OSNDB, 4. Roughly. Okay. But we have some, for example, midterm and final exams also. Midterm and final exams are all online on your blackboard. You have to do it so designated time period. Usually I give you 3 different time options, so you need to choose one and only one. You cannot choose, let me test one and let me do one real. No, it's not possible. Only one time, right? So we'll discuss about that when it comes to that. Any question about syllabus? Okay. Please. Final is the final week, and midterm is in the middle week, maybe 7th or 8th week, and final is 15th week. Any?
No books.
Huh?
No books.
Open book?
No book. book.
No book, no textbook.
He's going to provide what he's been working on, kind of like Dr. Osborne.
Do you want to provide all those books? Programming, network, operating systems, and databases, the 4 books?
Dr. You might as well share them.
Oh.
Tuition is expensive.
You see your car outside?
I need to sell my right. I need to sell it. Before I sell it, I need to buy it. Okay.
Dr. Ian, are we ever going to like use PowerShell, or we're going to stick command line? Just want to ask. Because Windows, like the new version.
Sometimes, rarely, we come back the command line. Most cases, we work on IDE for Python.
I'm saying, if we're going to touch anything on Windows.
Right. For Windows, for example, Windows Network and socket programming. So you open a port number. You create a server, one server and multiple clients, and then you run clients. You generate clients. Each client requests some data from server. So using that, the scenario is this. We practice denial of service by creating millions requests per second to one designated server. Each one has its own separate port numbers. All such things needs to be done by another program, right? We cannot do that manually. Can you generate something like 5 million in 1 second by figures? I know some, right? Somebody's, I cannot. But you can let your simple Python program do that. Okay? So, denial of service, you don't need to create any botnet, but simple Python program as a botnet to attack one server, only local on the laptop. So we can see that. We already talked about this. What to learn from Python coding? Each language has grammar, right? Each verbal language that humans speak has grammar. Animals' language may not have grammar, right? But they have specific frequencies to share together. Snake, for example. Snake among themselves communicate. Birds as well, right? Woodpecker identifies a wood to peck. How? Why woodpecker peck a wood, although that guy has very severe headache? You know, they hammer to the wood, how strong it is. Have you been in some deep forest so that you can hear that hammering? Or to your house. Some house has woodpeckers. they make a big hole, some trees. Woodpecker identifies some signals. Signals generated from some caterpillars grinding the inside the wood, so that woodpecker's concern is only that food. Woodpecker is not, it's not their hobby. There is their lifestyle. They want to food inside the wood. Then the question is how woodpecker identifies some caterpillar inside that, deep inside the wood. Amazing, right? They have their own frequency to identify. So each one has some communication tools through designated frequency or legal grammar. If I do not, to me English is a second language. Raise your hand. English is your second language. So you have a very, very fluent first language. Raise your hand. What language do you speak?
Yoruba.
Huh?
Yoruba is a Nigerian that.
Oh. Which you do not understand? You're from the same country.
Yeah, but different language.
Okay. What language do you?
Maori. New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand? Is that where you're from? Oh, okay. Very far. New Zealand weather just like this, right? This time.
Yeah. Well, it's now.
So winter here, summer there, right? So do you miss winter or summer?
Europe, so.
So do you like rainy Christmas or snowy Christmas? Snowy Christmas. Why? Are strange, right? Why Christmas should have snow?
Well, I used to.
Why flooding areas, snow, and Christmas, rain? What? Mohammed?
It's Nigerian language.
You're from Nigeria? Ghana. Oh, yeah. Ghana.
West Africa.
Ghana, Senegal.
Nigeria.
So no other. I know many of you speak Spanish. Spanish is your second language, John? Your second? What, James? Can you speak Korean?
Yeah, my parents speak Korean.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, yeah.
You speak Korean?
Yeah.
In proper Korean language or
Yeah. Well, Korean is my first language.
English is your second language?
Yeah, because my parents came over from Korea.
No, you.
Well, I learned how to speak Korean first because
Oh, is that right?
because I need to talk to my parents first when I was a baby here.
Okay.
And then I went to school, but that's where I learned.
Okay, so grammar. So we're going to learn grammar. I'm not going to teach you any the verbal language, but Python language. Python grammar is relatively simple. Okay, relatively simple than any other formal language like Java or C. Language. Like our language, we have syntax and also semantics, right? When I say something to you, it's not just letters, a sequence of letters. It has some meaning, right? There is a semantics. Semantics. You have to understand the semantics of the language. Python has also semantics. Java, C language, they all provide semantics. But because Python is not formal language, we do not stick to much about this language aspects. We don't deal with the semantics. Okay? So if you take some other formal languages, then you probably understand. And also we look at GUI, graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. Although you do in dialogue-based, very fluent way, your program runs very super excellent, but no one wants to use yours, then there's your own products, right? You cannot sell yours to others. It should be user-friendly. To make your program user-friendlier, you need to provide graphics, graphical user interface, so-called GUI, GUI. So we're going to deal with it. And some management, file management, database management, network management, that should be done. Python has very super strong features compared to any other formal language, which is string manipulation. String manipulation. Very powerful. Because you can manipulate strings. What is a string, by the way? String is a sequence of characters. Okay? Sequence of characters. That is called a string. So any words, including space, they're all string, right? So one simple statement, that is also a string. Using Java, you can split the strings word by word. You receive string, you receive New York Times articles, you can split New York Times articles word by word. Very quick. You can count each word. And also you can decompose the word into characters. W-O-R-D, composed of W, O, R, and D, right? Word. Very powerful. Not only breaking it down, but you can recombine. Composition is also possible. What's that? Like many other languages, Python also provides functions. So functions can be defined. Defined functions can be used. Okay. Not only that, Python is also object-oriented programming language. You can do that too. We don't do much about object orientation. In this 6 weeks of Python, we do not have enough time, right? And many of you, I know, those who got bachelor's degree at Mercy should complete Java programming, right? Raise your hand. You really enjoy the object orientation. You guys do, right? I love you guys.
I just didn't like Python here.
So, if you like object orientation, you also like Python. Python, completely object orientation. But difference between Java and Python. Java, without object orientation, you cannot do anything at all. But Python, you can do. Okay? Those who do not understand what I'm saying today, don't worry.
I find I have to go through more trouble with Java to do the same thing with Python. Yes or no? Yeah.
No, not much. Because
I
I don't do object orientation.
really took to Python better than Java. Java is a lot
Exactly right.
You know?
Python is a lot easier for some sense. So don't be afraid.
No, I'm not. You're just drawing a comparison.
Yeah, that's a big difference, as I said, right? And also, they share the strong, powerful programming features together. The matter is whether you use or not. Without using that strong feature, Python still running. Okay. Reason I'm doing this without taking break is we're going to finish up this in 1 hour. So if you have any
Needs.
right, may freely. Okay, I'm still continuing. Okay. Using Java, I'm sorry, Python. Using Python. When it comes to network, this kind of things that we are going to do. Okay? Using Python, I wanted to explain network layers and various protocols, apply network protocols layers to various application domains. Next, sniff IPs and ports in Python, and identify and understand our packet analysis tools, and also you can build it on your own. Something like Wireshark. Wireshark is good, but you can do that in Python. Okay, now systems. After you do Python and network in Python also, now system issues. So that you can explain the principles of design, development, and analysis of both operating systems and database systems. You can express scripts to manipulate file systems. The file system will work on Windows, but don't worry about Mac. Mac has terminal, and yours is Linux based, so almost the same. And I want to express SQL. Those who never used SQL in this class. Okay, some language, short language. And also we can bring Python, which can create SQL language and submit the language to database systems and receive the result and display it in the way that you design. Any one of these, either network or database operating systems, if you do your homework assignments very seriously and also completely, then I want you to take your work to your job interview. Okay? Which means you have to work hard and make your program extensively and in super strong ways. Don't waste your time here. Something to be made for you. Assessment we already talked about. Okay, ready? Are you ready? Okay, coding, Python. Topics to learn, graphical user interface, data types, conditional statements, repetition statements, class objects, methods, and invocation. Those are discussed in 6 weeks. Okay, then we need to download some programming environment, right? What we're going to download is following. We're going to download the Python, native Python interpreter. Okay. You can download it from https://www.python.org/downloads. Then you can find out 2.7 and 3.6.4, I think, currently, right? You sure? I think 4. Right now? I thought 4. I want, okay, 2. Whatever, 3.6 is fine. Download both 2.7 and 3.6. When you download it, I want you to download it its own specific, when you install it, you need to designate two specific folder, Python 2.7 and Python 3.6 in your primary drive, C drive. Okay. So you can run selectively on your Python IDE. Python is the next thing that you need to download. Do you have it? The downloading right now? You have to go. Here. So www.python.org. Then there's a download. Here, click downloads. Michelle, you're right. Python 3.6.2 and 2.7.13. So download each of this. Let me show it to you. As you download it, if you go to C drive, like mine, I have a Python 2.7 and Python 3.6. Do you see this? I want to have that. So you can run it selectively. So I want to practice to run something on Identity. Or do you have? Or you already have? So let's see if I have a Python here. If we click download, sometimes it goes to a specific directory called downloads. My Windows, I have here downloads. Same thing on Mac, right? It goes to the folder downloads. Go there, double click. Python, Mac already has two versions of Python, I guess, right? Yeah, 2.7 and 3. Depending upon time that you purchase. So Mac already built two versions of Python. So if you type Python, then 2.7 is running. If you type Python 3, then 3.x, whatever x is running. Those who are using Linux, anyone here using Linux operating systems? Then you can download it using Yum or apt-get. First update and upgrade. Update of your site to site where there is dependency programs located, and upgrade. Therefore, all the downloaded programs should be upgraded.
It's apt-get space and what is it? Install
and
program name.
If you want to upgrade it, then apt-get install program name -- upgrade. Then the specific ones will be upgraded. Without -- upgrade, then your Linux operating system says already installed. So my Python, let me see.
Professor, what about this same path length limit?
Okay, I have multiple Pythons here. So if you click one, I'll get back to you. Give me a second. So if you click this, Python 3.6.0 A1 whatever, and run somewhere there. Okay, username, download from that. I don't want to replace mine. So
What's going on is that like Windows has a
your
limitation on
question
Python.
expired.
Oh, yeah. I already figured that.
Good. Very good. See here? See that already?
And already posted that. I did that already three, I think it automatically.
On my slide, although I said this, you don't have to make it a system variable or user variable. You can if you want. For example, without specifying a specific version of Python, if you execute it automatically, say Python 3.6, then you have to set it in your variable value. How? In this way. Okay, here in your system browser, your file system, click this PC, right click on this PC, then there is a properties, right? Properties, click on that properties. On left pane, there is a advanced system settings. So click on that advanced system settings. Oh, I'm sorry. Redo. It's not shown. Okay, here. So this PC, and there is a properties. If you click that properties, then you have menus. Another windows come up. There's a advanced system settings. Then you will have this. Okay, there are the advanced. There is a environmental variables in the bottom here. Environmental variables. So click this environmental variable. Currently, advanced tab is open where there is environmental variable button available. So click that. Then we have two variables, user variables and system variables. Okay, user variables and system variables. And each variables has value. For user, JUN, for example, I have variables of these, but one of them is path. System variables has also path. So one over the other. Click. If you do not have path variable, then you need to create new. Click new, and then you type path. Here path, and then value. Value is the value that you can see here. I have a path and variables. All the variables there, right? That variables that I want to. But I do not have Python 2 or 3 here. I do not need path, edit, system. Do I have? I do not know whether I have it or not. But if you want to add, for example, then go to the end of that path. Make sure there is a semicolon. Semicolon is the limiter. If there is no semicolon, put semicolon before you do anything else. Semicolon. Okay. After that, come back to your C drive where there is a Python 3.6. Okay, 3.6. And take a look at all the content on that folder, that directory, where there is a Python application program available. So in my case, Python is available, and Python W is also available, right? This is the directory. So once you make sure the existence of Python program, then on top, this text box, click one time. Then C:\\Python 3.6 is highlighted, right? Then Control C to copy. Control C, and then come back here. At the end, you can paste it by pressing Ctrl V, so that I have C:Python 36, and then semicolon. I didn't save it, right? Right now, I already have this. So when I type Python, Python, because I have Anaconda, right? Anaconda is available on my path expression. Therefore, that is running. But without that, this Python 3.5.2 is not the one that I put on the variable, right? This is from something else. However, if I save this, then this will come up. But I'm not going to save this. What happens here is that my Anaconda, which is here, right? That is already where is it? Here. Wait a minute. Yeah, continuum and Anaconda. This is and binary. That was running because it is on my path variable. Cancel. Okay. After you do that, I assume you've done. Next thing so Python interpreter is installed, right? It's done. And next thing is Python. So these things you can or you may not, right? You don't need to. You can run selectively, which means, as I said to you, come back here. If I simply type Python, then it runs Anaconda Python, right? But if I do C:\\Python 27 /Python, then 27, that version is running. See here, Python 27.13 is running. Without anything, then whatever defined in the system variable is running, which is from Anaconda, right? And when I run specific Python version from Python 2.7, then 2.7.13 is running. Let me quit it. Similarly, if I do that from 3.6, then this version is running. All different versions are running. Why do I do that? So each one has a different syntax. Major different? No. Minor different. 3.6, there's a recent version. 3.6 is not back compatible to 2.7. Historically, there was a big event between 2.7 and 3.1. So Python is created by one person. You know that, right? I forgot that. I think he's in Switzerland. During Christmas weekend, about 20 years ago, he was so bored. And he's a crazy guy. If you feel boring, then what do? Sleep, watch movie, TV, or eating, that kind of things that you are doing, right? Well, we are doing. But that strange guy is trying to develop. I'm so bored. Okay, let's create one language. That's what he did. That's Python. It's so simple. So many people try to use it. But therefore it evolves. At some point, they said, hey, we need to make this Python more formal. We need to follow it formal language, which means let's make it a function-based language. Function, right? Python was not. So they decided, hey, let's hold our implementation here, 2.7. Let's make Python more formal, and let's call it 3.0. So 3.0 is not that compatible to the previous. So we need to keep both 2.7 and whatever the missing version of the Python 3.6. Then another question comes up. Why do we still use 2.7? Why not using 3.6? Thing is this. Up to the points that they had, 2.7, a lot of developments were done. A lot of developments. They don't want to lose it. They still go back and use it. Python is just like Java, which means there's a language for building blocks. What does that mean? It's not like C language. Building blocks based language means we don't need to develop from scratch at all times. There are a lot of classes in case of Java. There are a lot of the Python classes also. Python functions already developed very nicely, very powerful. We do not need to redo. We all together go forward, right? We don't do, hey, new generation, start from 8 plus, 1 plus 2. That is the front, mathematics, right? Or you are new students, they start from 1 plus 2. Mathematics is not building block. But programming language is building block. You don't need to develop addition. You don't need to develop subtraction. Already done. Simply use it. Those who know the existence of that useful functions can use it. Those who do not know, then you have to develop. So what is the issue? You have to, before you develop it, you have to search through if there is anything already developed and also downloadable. If it's downloadable, use it. And your value needs to be added on top of blocks already piled up. Right? Okay. So 2.7 still used. Therefore, I will need to have 2 different versions. At any points, we can selectively use. We can selectively, hey, at this time, I want it to run. At another time, hey, I want it to run. Okay, if you go this, let's go together. www.paizo.org. Okay, here. I want you to read the install Paizo ID. So whichever applicable to you, should be downloaded, Windows or OS X or Linux. And if you are working on Linux, you don't need to do this. You simply ask your Linux to download by issuing a command, for example, apt-get install python -- upgrade, for example. After that, I wanted to go to Anaconda. Here, install Python environment. There's a Miniconda and Anaconda. I wanted to go to Anaconda. Download the Anaconda distribution. So, download for Windows, Mac, Linux, one of those. Okay? And install it. When you install Anaconda, it will ask you whether you want to install it for your own use or entire whoever comes in your system can access. You can do one or the other, right? If you have a strong computing power, then make it at system level. Otherwise, do it on your local, your own use. Doesn't really matter. Laptop is on your own, right? Everybody is laptop sharing. No, right? Your own. So in this case, doesn't. So I want to download Anaconda.
The two versions, the 3.6 and the 2.7.
Anaconda is
Yeah.
oh, Anaconda is 3 points. You can we're not going to use Anaconda itself. We're going to use Python. Excuse me, sorry. What is it?
Someone look up the grammar. Someone wrote up the grammar.
Oh, it's a broken one.
Yeah. This is OSX.
So if you install Paizo properly, and also Anaconda, then you will have it's not movable over there. You will have, okay, let me close this. Let me close this. Okay. Then you will have this icon. If you do not have that icon on your desktop, you can make a shortcut. What does that mean? Paizo is installed system file. Yeah. In my case, the system file folder, there is a Paizo. If you click Paizo, then there is a application program, right? You can, on this, if you want to make a shortcut icon on your desktop, then right click on it, and then there's a create shortcut. Okay, if you create this, cannot create, do you want what? Yeah, whatever you do that, okay? So that is created. So double click this. Then you will have this. Okay, let me click new. You do not. There's multiple folders, but when you click on that, you might have this. One thing that you have to make sure is the shell pane of your graphical user interface. This is IDE, right? IDE stands for Interactive Desktop Editor, Integrated Desktop Environment, IDE. So this is the interactive editor for Python. There's a shell. Click on Python. Here you can edit new shells and also selectively run it. Okay, edit shell configuration. Then you can do, oh, I want to do Python 2.7. I want to run Anna Python. If I want to run Python within Anaconda, then you can create. So here, add a configurate. Then you can make a new shell, for example. Okay, so you can name it. Here, let's say, oh, name. This is name. So you can say my super pi. Okay, then that comes out here, and then execute. When you have this, which one do you want to execute? Then you need to go and find out the location. You need to link that location to this executable ones. Okay, and then create. So in my case, I have 3 created, right? Create shell 1, that is simply Python, and 2.7, and a Python. So you select one of those. Therefore, in my case, Python 3.5.2 right now. That is running. That is the user interface. That is the same as this. See here Python, when I do Python, simply type Python, then Python 3.5.2 from Anaconda, Python 3.5.2 from Anaconda. This is container analytics. This is Anaconda. That is running. Here you type, for example, print hello, then that is printed. Hello. Right? Same thing here. If you type hello in my Paizo, in my user interface, what's up, right? They are working on the same background. The same background. I think today's lecture to here. So next week, we need to make sure that you have programming environment so that we need to learn Python. Okay? Right now, we didn't do anything on Python. You all set. You didn't install it? You did this one? Oh, yeah, there is this one. You can start. Create it, quick open space and open parentheses and close. See here, how did I quit? I can quit this program Python, quit open parentheses and close parentheses. It looks like a function, right? Open and close parentheses. So that is now functional programming.
Where is that?
Oh.
I realized that things really well.
That is because path variable should be set. Yeah, you go to Anaconda directory where there is Python. So that path expression should be set on that user path variable or system. Okay. Any question? No question? The first homework assignment is this. I want you to, those who do not have yet, if you don't do, then you simply take photo. I'll guide you which windows that I want to see. Okay, several different windows that you need to take picture and submit it. That is the evidence of your work. Okay, so that is homework number 1. Homework number 1, you've done almost, right? Those who do not have any installation problem, then you're all set. But you should have submit. Okay. Okay. Have a good weekend.